Well, there's a lot to think about this time of year: gifts, meals, decorations, how to pay for everything. But there's a new survey that reveals we're actually thinking about something else very important, and that's home safety. Here with more key findings from the survey is a VP at Allstate, Steve Sorenson. Good morning to you, Steve.
Good morning, Molly. Great to be here.
Great to have you joining us, and I think it's important what this study shows, and this was done by Allstate, that really holiday hazards are hitting close to home for a lot of us.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, the holidays, it's a great time to get together with family and friends, but it's also a time where you have increased hazards if your home isn't properly prepared. In the Allstate survey, we learned a bunch of things this year, such as, you know, first-time home buyers actually do a better job of preparing their home for the holidays than do experienced home buyers or renters. They'll do things like they'll check the batteries in their smoke alarms and their carbon monoxide detectors. They'll look at both the outside and the inside of their home for leaks, things that could potentially lead to something bad going on in your house. But there are things that all homeowners and all renters have to be wary of during this time of year. A lot of us like to decorate, and we'll put up a tree in the home, and you know, we want to light that tree, and you just have to be wary about not putting too many of those lights into one socket, overloading the socket. We like to light fires, maybe light candles. You don't want to leave those things unattended because bad things can happen when you leave fires unattended. So you want to make sure that if you're going to put a tree up, don't put it too close to the fireplace. If you're going to hang decorations, a lot of times we hang things from the mantle. Just be careful that they're out of the way of the actual flame. And so it's a lot of things like that you just want to make sure you're paying attention to as you decorate your house for the holidays.
Absolutely. What about protecting our holiday purchases?
You know, a lot of us do our holiday shopping online, and those deliveries and packages get sent to us, and they can pile up on your doorstep. And if they do sit on your doorstep and pile up, it's an invitation for someone to come by and help themselves to some of the great things that you've just bought. And so what we'd recommend you do is make sure that you schedule those deliveries for a time when you can be home. And if that's not possible, have them delivered to a friend or a relative, or maybe even your place of work, so that someone can be there to receive them.
So many people using social media these days, and I wonder how technology has maybe affected our safety.
Yeah, it's an area that's obviously very popular right now. But you know, people do travel this time of year. They want to go see relatives or friends, or maybe go to a fun destination. And then you want to get on social media and let everybody know what you're doing. But you're also letting people know that you're not home. And when you let people know that you're not home, it's an invitation for some to stop by your house and take some of the things that are very valuable to you and your family.
Absolutely. In terms of protecting our homes, especially when we're traveling, as you mentioned, what do you recommend there?
Yeah, you know, I think there's a variety of things. Some of it's just common sense. So make sure that your doors and your windows are locked. If you've got a car that's parked out in front of your home, make sure the doors are locked. You know, the other thing that we tend to do is we'll turn the heat down to try to conserve a little energy. But one of the things that we know about Wisconsin, it gets cold in the winter, and we actually see burst pipes this time of year increase by about 400%. So make sure that you're heating your home to at least 65 degrees when you do leave, so that you don't come back to a mess.
Great point. In terms of coverage, we got to make sure that we have enough to protect our homes too, right?
Yeah, that's right. And you know, most of us as consumers don't really understand what's in our insurance policy, and it's a great time to touch base with your agent, who is an expert in this area, and share with them the things that you have and what you need to protect, and they'll make sure that you have the coverage that's right for you and your family.
Steve, thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. It was great spending time with you.
Thank you. And the website is allstate.com/holidaydecorator.